All right, so today in the Youth Unplugged Parent Spotlight, we have Lauren from Chandler, Arizona. Thank you
Hi.
so much for doing this, Lauren, and for sharing, your experiences during this unique 2020. So, very cool of you to offer to help.
Sure thing. I'm happy to be here.
So, first off, what are the names and ages of the little ones in your house?
So I've got Benjamin, who's 7, and Gracie, who's 9. Great
7 and
ages.
9. Yeah.
Yes.
And part of this process is like not only to share resources, but also like to commiserate on how difficult this has been.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if you would mind sharing what have been some of the struggles that you've experienced, and of course, we'll follow it with the successes. So
For sure.
you won't feel too
I'm
bad
like, how
about
much time do you have?
it. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can start by saying, for example, today I was a little kind of tired or down, and there's not a reason. It just is today. And I think the kids and I have had our days where I don't know, you're just sort of down and you have to let yourself like have a sad day now and then, you know, if you miss your friends or if things seem a little weird. We've sort of been practicing like calling that out and
Yeah.
just allowing space for that. Not that you want to like stay there for too long, but I think it just feels better to recognize it and then you can kind of move through it.
Hmm.
So that's been a struggle for me as a parent because I want to fix everything for
Hmm.
my kids. You know, I want to make it better. And sometimes you just have to let them be sad.
Yeah,
And
this
for them, it's
idea is
like,
trying to like have them avoid all negative emotions.
right. And
Absolutely.
me, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So I think that was really hard for me in the beginning. And then once I realized they just needed to talk about it and then they could move on, that
Hmm.
was really great to see how resilient they truly are. Um,
Good.
and then I think another struggle for parents is like, I'm sure you feel this way too, no matter how much you love spending time with your kids, like there's no time and space for you to be alone or, to just breathe or like collect your thoughts. Like this is the first time in like 5 months that I put makeup on. It's very exciting because there just hasn't been
Yeah,
a reason or the space to do it really,
right.
So I think those are some of the things that stand out to me as far as being struggles.
Yeah, absolutely. All
Yeah.
right, so now we're moving on to successes. What are some things that you feel like you've done well and some helpful resources that you've found?
Okay. So for me, I think I feel better when I exercise. And so I figured I'm sure my kids will feel better if they
Mhm.
exercise. So we've been trying to do that, whether it's through Go Noodle, which is some little videos on YouTube for kids to exercise along with, and it's kind of like funny and
Go
they
Noodle.
dance and play.
Okay.
Go Noodle, and it's just on YouTube. And I learned about it through their school. Like if they had a rainy day and they couldn't go out on the playground, they would do Go Noodle in the
Okay.
gym, and yeah, so my kids told me about that one. And then also we love doing live yoga classes with Kid Powerment Yoga. And my friend Kristen Schroeder is a great children's yoga teacher. And it's a weekly class and they get to, interact with other kids and their teacher. And I think that live interaction is,
Hmm.
I don't know, it just lifts you up.
Right. It's like
So
trying to, of course, like we can't have all the interpersonal relationships and connections, but
yeah.
the closest we can get to replicating that, the better, probably, right?
I think so. And we've actually gotten really creative. I know not everyone may be comfortable with these ideas, but for me and my kids, we are people, like we like to be around our people, our friends. And so what we did is we put soccer cones down the middle of our yard or the field out front and stayed really far apart from, the neighbor kids and had a
Uh-huh.
water balloon fight.
Oh, nice.
And it was so fun. And no one was within 10 feet of anyone else. And we were outside and we weren't sharing the water balloons, obviously.
Hmm.
So things like that have been really fun. Like a little
Yeah.
picnic or whatever. But I put the cones there as a physical reminder for the kids so that they never get too close to each
That's
other. And I
smart.
obviously like oversee it.
That's smart. Well,
Yeah.
that's some brilliant stuff. I love that.
Oh, thanks. Well, I try.
Yeah, you're amazing.
So other things
Yeah.
that have been really fun as well are cooking, actually. My daughter really has enjoyed a cooking class through Varsity Tutors, and we're doing that this week.
Okay.
It's all healthy snacks, and it's, pretty easy to make, but it's a great level and great challenge for a 9-year-old. She can be pretty independent. But these Varsity Tutor classes, some of them are free. And so
Okay.
you can just search through. We've taken Mandarin, we've taken Spanish, cooking. What else? We learned about fireworks before 4th of July and the
Nice.
science behind them. So those classes have been fun because it gives us a little something to look forward to and just a little piece of a schedule to our week,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
That's
So,
great. And I'll include links to all these services that you're mentioning too.
yeah, for
So
sure.
people can quickly click on them and access them.
Great. They have a ton of classes. Some of them you have to pay for, but there's a bunch that were free this summer and they go well into August.
Okay.
Yeah, that's been really
So
fun.
what did she cook anything today?
She did. She made some, they're like apple raspberry granola bars.
All right.
And yeah, they were good. And a smoothie that was like strawberry, blueberry, spinach smoothie. And it was so delicious.
I think if you can figure out a way to get your kids to cook for you, I think that's like bonus, added bonus.
Totally. I didn't have to make a snack or like
That's
lunch. I just had
great.
a smoothie. It was
Perfect.
great. So, yeah, I think exercise, cooking, finding ways to have some kind of social interaction, even if it's a little different than we're used to. And,
Mhm.
the kids did have to adjust to either, wearing masks or just keeping space between friends. But, if you get out there and you have a picnic blanket, then everybody's on a designated space and you can keep it that way without having to constantly
Yeah,
remind
right.
them.
Yeah,
So those
creating
have
the
been
like
really good.
physical barriers that they can like actually like visualize and
Yes.
yeah.
Because otherwise, I mean, to me, it would just be stressful if I was constantly worried. And I don't think it would be fun for them either.
Yeah, right.
So in doing that, it just removed that piece of stress and we were just able to like chat with our friends. And there's something about in person. We all have the Zoom fatigue and something about in person that
Yeah,
feels so nice, So those have been like our favorite things.
those are good. Yeah, well,
Thanks.
actually, we're gonna use a lot of those, I think, as a
I
family. Those are good.
I hope so. I mean, like I'm just, taking ideas from my friends too. So I
Hmm.
think this is a wonderful way for parents to share.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah,
we really
yeah.
need
Let's
that.
all be a community together and share all of our knowledge with each other. So that is
Yeah,
the point. So, well, thanks for being such an important part of this new community we're trying to create, Lauren. And uh,
sure.
great stuff. Again, thanks again. Do you have any like closing words or thoughts to share?
Um, I do. I want to add one more thing that's been really cool is reading together.
Mm,
My kids and I are going through like a novel series called The Land of Stories.
okay.
And I read out loud to them, even though they love, reading to themselves at this point, but it's still really nice for them to be read to.
Hmm.
So don't underestimate like how valuable that time is. And it's like, they're home. We can do it. We're not
Yeah,
rushing around, rushing through homework. And it's been really lovely to share that with them.
that's fantastic. And there
Yeah.
is tons of research to support the benefit of that. Um, so
Yes.
so maybe this has allowed time to slow down and us as parents to be able to do more of that, which is great.
Yep. Got to embrace the good.
Yeah,
There's good in everything if you choose to see it, right?
absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much, Lauren. It's great to see you.
Good to
And
see you.
thank you for sharing and look forward to seeing you in the future.
Great. Thanks for having me.
All right. Take care.